What's up, guys? We are live. It's your boy Blackrue again in the place to be. We're gonna discuss crypto exchanges, all right? Which is very apt for right now because some crypto exchanges have been under fire and nearly bankrupt, i.e., Voyager and Celsius. But first, before we get into it, cue Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
All right, we're back here. So let me just pull up the Gentleman of Crypto site so I can see anyone who's making any comments. Here we go, right here. Let me click on that. It's the wrong. What you call it, but let's not worry about that. I'm not gonna say anything, so I don't want to hear that echo. Hold on, just a second here, guys. So I want to be able to see people's comments. Oh, this internet's moving like trash today. Sorry. Almost here, guys. Sorry. So come over to the channel. I'm going to be mad if it's echoing, so I'm not going to speak anything else. Come on. I know what I need to do. I need to close down Telegram. That always takes a lot of juice. Okay. That should be better. Come on now. You know, I'm going to try refreshing this thing one more time. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to get comments a little bit later. All right? So we can just start the show. All right, y'all. So don't worry about it. We'll get comments a little bit later. So I just want to pop into this right now. But yeah, come on over to the channel, darkhorsewatcher.com. Check out some of the most recent videos. Is DAG as good as LSCX? We got some bangers over here. Stocks versus dividends. Stuff like that. Okay. And LCX partner icon, that's a really one. That one's being slept on, but that's a really good one. So, um, so all of these exchanges are kind of really being slept on right now because we don't know which ones are going to survive. But there's some key ones like LCX, which we know are going to stick around for the long term. All right. So let's start to put money in the, or not financial advice, but I'm starting to put money in these guys. Big reason I'm really high on LCX. I actually got it pulled up over here. Big reason why I'm high on LCX is their leader, Monty Metzger, has them being a member of the World Economic Forum. If we come over here and take a look, Monty, I'm sure I got him over here somewhere. Okay, yeah, Monty Metzger, LinkedIn. Okay. We can see that these guys are members of the World Economic Forum. And if you guys aren't like keen on the World Economic Forum, I understand that. If you want some background on the World Economic Forum, we can go there when I get the comments. Just have the questions ready. But the World Economic Forum, a lot of people are not keen on investing in stuff that they do because, they're kind of like a new world order, great reset type of deal. But, um, you know, they got deep pockets. So we know that their things that they do are going to stick around. So, see, member World Economic Forum there, okay? So they joined in 2019. So these guys, their Liechtenstein protocol is really, really high on regulations. Y'all have to see my messages. So LCX is definitely an exchange that's going to stick around. Now, if we look at previous exchanges like KuCoin, KuCoin's max supply is like only about like 200 million, like 180 million. A lot less than LCX's, which is like 100 million, I think. But if we look at these, we'll see that all of these have gotten a boost around halvings. So KuCoin went from like 65 cents all the way up to $20 for one halving. Went from, again, 85 cents all the way up to $30 and back down to about 8 for one halving. So that's definitely something we want to look at. And we can almost expect LCX to do the same. It's just a baby in its little journey. It got started in 2019, kind of 2 years after the first run. And then this run, it hit up to 50 cents. Went back down to 9. Like around here, it got listed on Coinbase, I believe. Somewhere around here, it got listed on Coinbase. And then it just took off along with everything else. But definitely, I expect this boy to hit, of course, not financial advice, but I'm expecting this boy to break $1 on the next bull run. And actually, yeah, they're only about, so they're like 950 million. That's exactly where I thought they were. So, like I said, KuCoin is like 5 times less than them. So, let's give this one more run to try to pick up comments. Gentlemen of Crypto YouTube. Okay, and while that's loading, the next one I want to look at, and we can close this one. The next one I want to look at is a coin called Lattice. Seeing that it's really moving slowly today, huh? All right, so we got it up here. Oh, you know what? Magic the Gathering is open. I thought that was closed too. We're gonna try closing that and see if it makes a difference too. Okay, we're almost there. It's actually showing stuff up now. Why won't that close? And then this run hit up to 50 cents. All right, there we go. Now we can mute that. Okay, and I can see comments. All right, hey Danny, Calabaruvius. We don't hear an echo. Okay, cool. Okay, we're good to go. Yay! And I can see comments now. Okay, so next exchange is an exchange called Lattice. So this is the exchange run by Constellation. If you go take a look on my video, is DAG is just as good as LCX. You'll see that this is an exchange that they run. And one thing I like about this exchange, okay, hasn't been around that long because DAG hasn't been around that long. If you go look at it, 2020 is when this boy started. Again, it got that 2020 push all the way up to 248 after being at 8 cents. My goodness. So now it's sealing down into like the 39-cent area. But look at this. Max supply is 100 million. So that bodes so well, especially if a lot of things in this exchange start taking off. Again, if you look at my video, you will know that they launched a coin called Alchemy. Constellation did, and that's probably on Lattice Exchange. And this coin is going to revolutionize ads, which is why they have the symbol ads, the ticker ads. They're revolutionizing the way people will sell ads. Please check out that video. DAG is just as good as LCX, but that's another exchange on my list. The next one is Clever, and they're going to launch their own blockchain. I believe it's like 60 to 30 days out. My guy Ocean did a really nice video on Clever on a Gentleman of Crypto Network. Definitely suggest you check that out. He did a wonderful video. Clever, the reason I love it is it's on the Tron network and they have their own wallet. They're getting their own blockchain, much like another coin that I'll speak on later. But if we come over here and look, these guys got about as high as 14 cents. They're sitting here. Again, they were launched right around the whole like craze in right around the halving in 2020. So they got to a high of 14, but now sitting here at 1, such a steal, especially when they get their blockchain going and they have to launch, and they launch coins on their blockchain. This is really going to get them up and running nicely. And the thing about exchanges, the most why you see stuff like this with KuCoin and all of that, is that these guys, they automatically get money from fees. So if you put money on their blockchain and then you're gonna purchase coins, you got to pay money to put money on their blockchain. Then you have to pay money to swap. They're getting fees every time a member swaps. They get a small little fee. So that's why chains are really, 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 really good, in my opinion, because you know they're always going to get that swap fee. See if we have any questions. Okay, I'm not seeing this live, so go live. Okay, no questions yet. All right, let me get back into it then. So that's why exchanges have a really um, they go bananas. But one of the things we're gonna have to look at and be cautious with is, okay, do we want to invest in a chain like Voyager, even though it's going bankrupt? Um, Now Voyager is publicly traded and they're federally insured, so they have some things that coins like Celsius may not have. Um, and they weren't like going like crazy with their rates like Celsius was with Ethereum, so that wasn't their problem. Their problem is that some creditor can't pay them, from what I remember. Don't quote me on that. But now that they're this far down and they only have a circulating supply about 300 million, is this something we want to invest in? Because look at every bull run, they've made a run all the way to $7. Again, $6. Is this something we want to even touch now? I don't know, but it's something to at least put on a radar in case they get their crap figured out. They get their stuff together and they actually make it. Maybe this is something we actually want to put our money in. So this is something to really watch out for, because they are publicly traded, and they do kind of offer different like fees, or different like what would you say? What would you call it? Interest rates on like kind of just leaving crypto on their chain, on their app. And I really love their app. I had a Voyager account. Most of my stuff I took out of Voyager before it did the whole shutdown or whatever. Um, but I really like their app, and I really hope they stick around. And see, look here, you can buy their token on a bunch of different things. I thought you could buy it on Coinbase too. I'm not sure about that anymore. Um, but yeah, you can buy it on Uniswap, Binance. Maybe some people have delisted it since what everything happened. Yeah, yeah. See, it's on Coinbase Exchange, Gate.io. But this is something we're gonna have to watch. Just looking at how far they went on these different bull runs, different Bitcoin halvings, it might be something to look at in case these guys get it together. And on the same token, Celsius, another kind of exchange. Celsius was more about kind of loans and keeping your stuff on there and getting good interest rates. But also, if they can stick around and we look at their track history, it's loading. Yeah, right. So they came in 2018, were as high as $8, and now they're down here at $71. So room to get back to like a or over 8x. Supply is under 1 billion, so 700 million. Something to look at if they can survive, right? Um, let's look at FTX token. What it's looking like, because FTX did just make a deal to kind of purchase a piece of BlockFi. So their token's doing pretty nice. Still, I'm probably thinking this is off of their high. Look at that. They purchased BlockFi. I think they must have got a really good kick out of that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they got kind of a $3 boost after getting that little purchase in of BlockFi. But let's see where they were. Okay, so it was as high as $80. I thought they were around for longer than this. So they always been like $2 a token. But yeah, just went through the roof here on the bull cycle. And they're kind of chilling here in the 25 area. So we still got like a 3x kind of action on here, but not nearly as much as LCX if we look at that. Going back to LCX. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. So LCX made it to 50 cents. Okay, all. Yeah, so LCX made it to 50 cents. So that sitting at about 6 cents here. 6 times 10 is 60. So 6 times 8 is 48. So at least an 8x here at what it's sitting at right now. And I definitely believe it has the ability to reach $1 because they're already kind of in talks with people like Polkadot to build a blockchain on their system. They don't come out and explicitly say that, but if we go to their website, I can show you kind of where they kind of hint at that. You have to go down here to ecosystem. And then you have to go over here to Purity Technologies. They have a banger list of partners, by the way. Cello, Animoca Brands, Chainlink, Hedera, Hashgraph, Constellation, and Icon, which I have videos on Constellation and Icon. Definitely check those out. Okay, so LCX chooses Polkadot because Purity's like Polkadot's like coding team almost, you can think of. LCX chooses Polkadot to advance their security token standard. So they have Polkadot's parachain for its DEX aggregator, Fire Salamander, but also if you look kind of deep in here, they say, okay, here it is. A critical component of the LCX infrastructure, the Liechtenstein protocol, is a proprietary protocol to deliver a chain-agnostic token standard. Will be built on top of Polkadot's blockchain solution. So it kind of hints at them building their own blockchain on top of Polkadot. The Liechtenstein protocol aims to leverage Polkadot network to strengthen the solution that will enable token issuers to access secure, reliable, transparent, compliant infrastructure for digital securities. Like, and you know, there are a few different tokens built on top of Polkadot. Moonbeam. They have another one called Moon something. But there are tons of tokens built on top of Polkadot. However, what differentiates LCX is because they're a member of the World Economic Forum. So they got those deep pockets behind them, right? Let me see if there are any more questions. Okay, everybody's pretty silent, or is it just I'm not alive? Okay. All right, guys, get some questions out there. Oh my God, have I been on Face all this time and nobody said nothing? Damn. Okay. Really sad about that. Okay. But yeah. So I'll quickly kind of sum up what happened. I'm so sorry, y'all. God dang it. Okay. So basically, I was just talking a precedent of these exchanges. So you can see KuCoin. Last time we had a bull run, they spiked there, they spiked there. What's another one? Voyager, we saw that they had the same kind of spike, but again, will Voyager stick around, right? So, so you'll see back in 2017, big old spike. Last time Bitcoin halved, and then the other time Bitcoin halved was 2020. Big old spike here. So I was saying that possibly we could capitalize if Voyager figures its stuff out. Can Voyager figure its stuff out so we can actually capitalize? However, if you use these big old spikes as a precedent, then when you come over here and look at LCX, for instance, you expect it to do some of the same things when it gets itself figured out, because it's only been around since 2019, right? So last time it spiked to 50. We may even expect it to spike past the dollar this time, because they might have everything figured out with their partners like Polkadot, and have their aggregator and everything up and running. So that's why LCX is one that's high on my list. And we also mentioned Clever. They're also a newer exchange, but they already have a wallet in place. They're big in South America, so they're not trying to step on LCX's or anybody else's toes. They're kind of trying to grow themselves down there in South America. They're going to have their own blockchain come out in about 2 months. So once that blockchain comes out, they will, they'll launch coins, and they'll have their own blockchain. It's just really powerful when a coin has its own blockchain. I'll look at Binance and the things they've done, with their blockchain. So that's just a really powerful move there. So kind of sum that up, since I was not aware my screen wasn't up. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see here. So next exchange I would like to talk about is one called Steam Exchange. I'm really going to try to get them on a show. I had them on my Benzinga show, and we did this large AMA. So if you guys want to see an AMA, you might want to look for that. I also have videos where I review all their AMAs. They do one like every 2 weeks. So check that out. Very low price right now. They're not even open right now, but the AMAs will kind of go into that. These guys are always very transparent. They take open questions for their AMA, so it's not like picnic questions where like they choose from a list of them and they cherry pick what they want to answer. They answer all their questions. So the thing that I like about them is that they're going to be a SEX, centralized exchange, and a decentralized exchange. So they're a hybrid in that manner. They're also going to be proof of work mixed with proof of stake. So a hybrid in that manner also. Now what they're going to do is they're kind of going to migrate their coin from this tokenomics. They just put themselves on the Binance Smart Chain to kind of have the coin out there. But once they get up and running, they're going to have their own blockchain called the Rails Network. They're going to kind of change up their supply. So they're going to give us some news on that in the upcoming AMA, probably the next one. Take a look at my video. I did some stuff talking about what they said in the latest AMA. Let's just go over there. Again, darkhorsewatcher.com leads you directly to your boy's video. It's a rolling. Okay, check out my latest video on their AMA. I have playlists for them going down to here. Okay. So check that out. Okay, the latest one is right here. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay, the latest one is right here. There we go. So check that out because it has really a ton of details on their test net. And again, these coins get fees when they have these exchanges. And since they're going to have their own blockchain, they're going to bring out coins that they deem that are necessary. This one is going to be in Canada. Their owner has a big premium on like being transparent. He was a victim of the whole Quadriga X scam in Canada, so he wanted to start his own exchange, and he's like, okay, let's do it right. Let's get all the regulation things we need, all the type of like. So he's doing it the right way. So everything that I've seen from them has always been transparency first. They have deals with University of Waterloo, which don't quote me, but apparently that's the one that Buterin went to, Vitalik Buterin. They have deals in place with them to do an AI learning portion where they kind of train people to come into crypto. And they're going to kind of use that data along with the university, which would be very valuable data, to train people like what type of cryptos they like, what type of cryptos they want to invest in. That's going to be hugely valuable data, but also it's going to train a whole bunch of people that wouldn't normally understand what crypto is. So really high on Steam Exchange. I could probably do a whole video just talking about these guys. But what I really love is this is going to be a really long-term play because we're getting in on the ground level. They haven't even launched their site yet. So when you look at this price, you really have to think of it as, or at least the way I think of it. You don't have to do anything. But at least the way I think of it is like having the LCX when they first came around. And if you kind of go look at some of the prices of coins like this, you'll see something comparable where they're like in the 0.0000 range of their prices. So LCX back when they first came out, 0.0004, right? So you're getting in the ground level. If you got 0.0004 and it turns into 6 cents, it's a lot of money, right? But you might have to wait it out for a year or two. Who knows? Maybe not then, but maybe that not that much time. But I'm pretty much thinking the whole market until we get into the next Bitcoin halving, which is May 4th, 2024. So 5/4/24. I think that's when the market's really going to kick up. So I'm trying to build my bags and things like these exchanges, things like some of the top 50, so that I'm in position to really capitalize from that next bull run. And that's why I'm bringing stuff like this to you guys. See if we got any questions. Vote Inu, huh? Nah, no, I don't think so. But let's see. I really haven't looked into Vote Inu, but I think that's kind of off the topic. I don't know if you're just coming in here spamming it or if you're actually asking me to look at it, but I'll go look at it. Okay, maybe I need to look at the version 2. Like any of these coins in this bear market is like it's like really questionable to kind of even think about any type of memeish coins in this bear market cuz like I just said, I don't think things are going to be like real popping until 2014 or 2024, excuse me. So, you might have to wait a terribly long time for this to pop, and you might just see a lot of this for a long time. So I honestly don't know anything about this coin, so I don't know why anyone would want to invest in it. But there were a whole bunch of these for a while, like Safe Moon and all of that. Like what what even sets this thing apart? Oh, look at this Safe Moon up 3,000%. Looks like somebody's pumping it. But I believe regular Safe Moon, I think this is another one that got converted too. So that price isn't correct, really. I don't know which one's the right Safe Moon. Safe Moon, I think it's version 2 is what we're looking at. Not Safe, just regular Safe Moon. Okay, version 2. So it's like I don't know that I would even touch any of these right now, especially when you got the chance to look at that, like especially when you have the chance to grab a lot of the top 50 coins, and these guys being in such a bargain. Cardano was like at $3 at one point. It's at 45 cents. Why wouldn't you just grab that? Or Solana was like at $300. It's sitting at $40. You could just grab that. XRP. Like there's so many other bargains out here. I don't even see why you would just fool around with any meme coin at this point. It's almost like I'm giving you kind of like the Bitcoin maxi argument. It's like, okay, why would you fool with anything other than Bitcoin at this point? But I understand that argument. It's like, okay, why would you fool with meme coins when you got these top 50 coins looking this good? So I really, yeah, voting new. I don't know. I don't think so. Got a lotta? All right, thank you. Appreciate it. What's up, Jake Fever? Yo, how much BTC should I want to be getting before getting into these alts? Man, see, I have a different view on that than what King and Zay do. I think alts are a better buy than Bitcoin at the point of when we see everything like just go bananas in the next Bitcoin halving. These altcoins are one of the ones that are going to make the biggest jump. Now, I say that we're going to just pause on that. We're going to pause on that and move like, okay, it all depends on your portfolio. If I got $100,000 to invest, okay, then maybe I'm gonna put half of that in Bitcoin and half of that in altcoins. That's probably what I would do if I had $100,000 to invest. I would, grab 2 Bitcoin, and that's really solid. It's gonna anchor my portfolio, and then like the rest, I'm gonna do in altcoins. But at this point right now, where the market is right now, I'm only edging into everything. I'm not really putting 100% of that 100,000 in anything. If we come look at the stock market, look at that. Look at that, boy. It's like down like 60 points It was as high as, and this is the SPY, by the way, the top 500 in the stock market. It was as high as 477. It's down like, okay, like 90, 80 points or something like that. Bitcoin, just kind of the same thing, right? It was almost as high as 60. It's cut in like a third of where it was, right? Um, is this the bottom? You could say probably. We don't know, but wouldn't you rather just kind of be safe and just grab a little bit right here? And so what if it goes up to 26? Then you grab a little bit more there. You know what I mean? But just to be safe, you would do that instead of, okay, you go 100 in here, and then it falls back down to 17, and then okay, what happens there? You know what happens then? So I'm hoping I'm answering your question. Like it all depends on portfolio. Now, if I only got like $2,000, majority of my junk I would put in altcoins because that's going to give you the biggest gain when Bitcoin halves next. It's just going to give you the biggest gain. And like we can kind of prove that. I can just kind of look at different coins. You'll see where Cardano went from like 7 cents to like $3 when Bitcoin went from like 20 to 60K. So it's like this only like 2 or 3x where Cardano went, I don't know, 7 cents to like $3. I don't know how much that is. That is 20, 30. So it's like that's the thing that you have to weigh when you're looking at getting into altcoins or getting into Bitcoin. And King and Zay for their difference of opinion. They often do say that too. Like, okay, maybe it's a better trade, but Bitcoin is going to stay around for the long term. And I agree with them on those sentiments. Because who could have thought about, what happened to Luna, right? But King did. The moment they bought Bitcoin, he was up here saying, "What the hell are you doing?" So, you know, there's that. All right, let's see here. Vote Exchange will be burning your favorite coin in July. All tokens free list, but they have to buy Vote. Um, man, I just don't see. I just would not risk getting into Vote coin at this point in time. I would not risk getting into any type of memeish coins at this point in time other than like, okay, Steam Exchange is going to be a coin exchange. It has backing. They have universities that they're working with. Okay, cool. Shiba Inu, it's in like the top 50 of coins. I believe it is, isn't it? Like top 50, top 100. Okay, there it is. Shiba Inu. So, like, I can't see myself getting in any of those memeish like coins, like Votecoin, and it can do like 1,000x, and maybe it'll be a good trade, like King and Zay said. But I can't see myself getting into that at this point in time. I couldn't. I got a million Miami coin. You know what? I got a little of that Miami coin too myself, man. But at this point in time, man, and Legend, I'm not trying to down you at all. It's just like meme coins at this point in time with all these other great coins being at a discount. I just wouldn't do it. There's so many other coins that have so much brighter future, so many more bright partners behind them, so much stuff. Then it's just like, why would you do it? Like LCX, for instance, just like I showed you, they're partnered with Animoca Brands, Polkadot, Constellation, Icon, Cello, Chainlink. Like and they got the WEF behind them. Why would I go put my money in Vote Exchange? Um, like all of these top 50 coins, Polygon, like it was at $3 at one point. Why wouldn't I grab that at 59 cents when I know it has all these NFT and play to earn platforms on it, and it's getting stealing, like not stealing, but being the better option for gas and expanding networks for play to earn games. So why wouldn't I just invest in that? Chronos, like all these top 50 would be better investments in my mind than trying to put money on Vote. Like, sure, like I could do like a lottery ticket, and, like put like maybe like $5 or $10 over there and just hope for the best. But I'm not, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to get too much money in there. All right, so we got a couple more changes to look at. Let me just pull up my watch list here. I just made a watch list of them. Uh, I think I covered every one of them, but since we towards the end of the show, I can bring up the watch list because I didn't want to really like kind of spoil it. Okay, we covered KuCoin. We didn't go over Gate.io. That's another one that'll be a good like kind of case study on what can happen in this bull market. We went over Voyager. We didn't go over MX yet. We went over Clever. We didn't go over Bitmart. We didn't go over Big Forex. We went over Lattice. We went over Steam Exchange. Let's just look at Gate.io because that's going to be a good like kind of case study. And you can see their max supply is only 300 million. They're under a million supply right now. But if we look, and they did really good marketing themselves when they first came out. They marketed to a whole bunch of YouTubers and stuff and had them like push their product. But look at this. So 57.45 cents, right? Boom. All the way up to like $11. And then they're holding here nice at $4. So that's why I bring up coins like Steam Exchange to you guys that they're in the process of getting their exchange out. Like we kind of have the ability to get in on the ground floor, right? If we look at Voyager, I think their beginning tokens were somewhat in that price range too, the 0.0004s. So what if you have to wait like a year or two till Bitcoin halves again? Just build a bag, right? Okay, so they were at point. Okay, so they came out in 2017, like really close to the second to last halving, but still they were at 0.02 or something back here, right? So again, and this is kind of where LCX is right now, right? Sitting at about 6 cents. They skyrocket into the $6 area, and you've only paid 7 cents for them. And the reason why they can really do this is because fees, fees, fees. Um, LCX is going to be rolled out to all like the members of the European Union, right? So they're going to have a really, really good chance to kind of kick Binance's butt because Binance is being attacked by the SEC. I also have that in one of my videos. I think we can I can just show you that right quick. The video will go into more depth, but you can see bad day for Binance with SEC investigation based on the Reuters expose, and that was June 7th, so that was last month. So Binance is going to be hit with this. They're going to, you know, probably get probably see a little downturn like XRP did when they had their SEC investigation, and then LCX just comes in there and just swoops up, swoops out the place, right? Let's look at MX token. Now these are one of the exchanges that you can use and not have to KYC. So they have a decentralized little portion where you can use it and not have to KYC, which is good for some people who like privacy tokens. So you see, yeah, back here 6 cents, just like a little LCX, right? Then you wait it. If you waited what 2 years, you got $3, $3 a coin, right? It's even right here. It's $1.35 a coin. You bought back here when it's like 7 cents. You're still sitting real. You're still real happy with yourself, right? And this has been proven time after time with these exchanges. So that's why I'm saying it's good for us to hop on them now while it's kind of like it's a bear market, and then just be happy in 2 years, right? Let's see if we have any questions. Have you heard of B Pro? I know it's off topic. No, no, no. In the end part of the show, I welcome any questions, even if it's off topic. It's fine. Um, but I think I like it based on nothing. Nobody kicking Binance's butt, bro. Man, I told you though. I don't know if you were around. Like I said this before, Binance and Binance already has a beef with LCX. If you come over here and look at my videos, um, there's a Binance versus LCX. LCX used to be, or was supposed to be, Binance LCX. So Monty and CZ already have a beef, and how hard it would it be to kind of get your WEF boys to kind of get the SEC to do something. I'm not saying that's what happened, but you know, it wouldn't be too hard to get that to happen if you know somebody's not necessarily on the straight and narrow. You can just, have your boys send some boys. So check this out. So they already have a beef, and if you can see it right here, this logo, Binance LCX. They were trying to kind of get that going, but now that they've kind of split apart, because if you look at that article I just showed you, you can see that Binance is kind of. It seems like they might be in bed with some people that don't necessarily follow all the regulations. Let's put it that way. So Monty just did it on his own. So there's a real kind of incentive here for LCX to kind of go after Binance, if that makes sense. Because you just watch the video, you can already see, Jake, that there's a beef between these two men. So that's why I said what I said. And then B Pro. I know B Pro had, like, again, I would say no, and I'm not going to compare it to Vote Inu because they actually have a business purpose. Like, I don't know anything about Vote Inu, but I've heard a little bit about B Pro. Just because other things are just so much better than, and I forget what B Pro was about. I forget what they were about. Let's just go see here. Code as a service protocol. Gaming, yes. So there's a whole bunch of gaming stocks or cryptos, a lot that I like, but they have to figure some stuff out. That whole gaming play to earn space, when metaverse kind of came in, they kind of stepped on their toes, and anybody who was gaming and play to earn kind of had to hop on being in a metaverse, or otherwise they weren't going to make it. Um, I suspect the same thing is happening with B Pro. Like for instance, Veracity, they're one I like a lot. They have like a lot more use cases other than just gaming, but even it's, see, it's feeling the heat. And this one you can actually stake for like 18%. But again, eh, during the during the bull run, it got mad mad hype all the way up to almost 10 cents. But I think the thing that they're really going to have to figure out is um, play to earn in other countries where like the American dollar means a lot. Like Veracity is really um, kind of set over there in central, like in Asia, like kind of like the lower half of Asia near Indonesia and stuff like that. And they have a deal with Tencent, who's like the biggest gamer, makes the most money in gaming in the world. Um, I feel like they're a better buy than B Pro, but even right now, I'm like, okay, do I even look at Veracity when I can buy Steam Exchange or LCX or Constellation, who and Constellation, which we've been over, they freaking have deals in place with the U.S. Air Force. If you guys don't know about that, let's see. Constellation. Okay. Definitely check out my video about these guys. When I found out, like LCX is partnered with them, but when I found out all the stuff that they do, I was like, oh my God. And we can go a little bit over today because I feel kind of messed up that I was not on this screen and my face was up for 20 minutes and I was showing y'all guys stuff. So I want to give that 20 minutes back because that was kind of on me. So you see all of these kind of business partners they have here: Amazon Web Services, um, Quant, LCX, etc. But where? Okay, I think it's here in Federal. And you can see there where they say the Lattice Exchange. That was an exchange we just went over. So, letter of support from Air Mobility Command, Secretary of Defense, letter of support. So they're getting that young government money. That young government money, right? So, that bodes really well. And I don't know any other blockchain. Like, this kind of makes me feel like with its layer zero technology, it's almost a polka dot, but it's marketing after big data and military type people. It's marketing that way, whereas Polkadot's kind of marketing more to the whole crypto world. This is marketing more towards regulation and military. So it really makes sense that they partnered up with LCX. But definitely take a look at that, guys, and my videos on that. Okay. Yeah, man. Don't let me persuade you. If you done research on B Pro and it checks out, like definitely get into it. Like those are the biggest type of things in crypto. Like I regret like certain things that I did really real buku research on, and I let somebody convince me to invest in something else, and it ended up hitting. Like definitely like go ahead and invest in repro if that's what you feel like you've done the big research on. But at this point, for me, um, I think there are better ones out there. Wolverine Inu, Shuri Inu. Okay, all of these Inu tokens, y'all. I just can't see it. I don't. Other than Shiba Inu, like, so how are all of these Inus? What I don't know any of those Inus. I don't know any of them. But if everybody, like, okay, you look at Cardano and you look at Polygon and all these guys, they don't look like they're struggling, even though their price is down. Like Charles is out here doing congressional hearings and all of that. But how are these Inus supposed to make it when you got companies like Constellation out there and they're doing work with like the Secretary of Defense and the U.S. Air Force, like U.S. Air Force letter of support. Like, if you got all of these companies having, like, even one that your boy Big Boy pumped and dumped, Blocktopia, it's a metaverse. They got PlayStation with them. They got Animoca brands with them. How are these Enus, these monkey Enus, okay, and apparently they're doing a land sale. How are these monkey Enus going to get past companies like this that are already partnered with Polygon, already partnered with Animoca Brands, lead investor? How are they supposed to get past stuff like that? And you got things like network. Okay, maybe I want to go here and do that one. You got so many play to earn things. How are they gonna set themselves apart when these guys have so much of a big following already? Network. And these guys, I think they have land in one some metaverse with. So see, these guys are partnered with Bondly Pools. Like, look at all these Polygon. Like, how are these EVs going to set themselves apart when you got companies like this already already getting in the game? Like, I just don't understand. And then you got companies like Splinterlands. They're already doing good and they've been around for 4 or 5 years. I just can't. I don't know. See if we got anything else over here. Oh, okay, GeoJam. Byron Randall. This is another one that Constellation is involved in. And I just found out today that they're on the Gemini exchange, which is an exchange we didn't really bring up. Um, but yeah, GeoJam, they're Constellation updates. So I'll follow these guys. Why not? But let's look at GeoJam. I don't have a position in these guys yet, but I was thinking about it. But this is another one started by Lattice, by Constellation's Launchpad, I believe. Yeah, and they did a little NFT thing with Mariah Carey, who's still fine for her age. Um, Let's see. Yep, and they just got listed on Gemini, like I was saying. Trying to figure out. Maybe I should just say GeoJam and Constellation. Okay, here we go. Excited to welcome GeoJam into Constellation ecosystem. GeoJam is built to leverage passion-driven fan engagement, and they are backed by Mariah Carey, 24 Golden, and some other big names. This is huge for us as we move closer towards mainstream adoption. So, yeah, GeoJam, I want to look into them. Guap coin. Let's see. I feel like I heard of this before. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear this before because they were started by a black team. Okay, I don't know anything about them right now, but uh, I would say like they would need to get some partners and tell me like who their partners are. Um, I would probably just own some to be a part of the cause, but yeah, for this moment, I would just own some to be a part of the cause. But right now, I don't. Just the same argument I had with all the Inu coins. I don't see any partners here that they're partnered with. Um, so I would just own some to be a part of the cause, but I wouldn't necessarily until until they saw like some adoption. I wouldn't necessarily put too much in it until I got some more like okay, they have something here on Okay, okay. So they're at least they're on their Twitter regularly. I would need to see more adoption. There's only about 4,000 followers here. They really would have to pick it up for me. I might just throw a little bit just to be part of the cause, but again, it's the same argument as any of these other coins. I was just saying, like, all these other coins have huge partners attached to them. Um, they need to get something like that going. Maybe, at least with the Miami coin and the city coins, they have a whole city backing them. And, like, so there's a reason to see something pushing them. But they don't seem like they have that big of a push right now. Um, and where can you buy it? Right now, you can only buy it on one exchange. I might just buy it just to be a part of the cause, but until they can like really get a big following behind them, I don't see it. Nomic coin. Any thoughts? Okay, keep the questions going. We're gonna be here for at least another 10 minutes, so I can make that 10 minutes up for having my my face on here and not having the graphs on. Um, Nomic coin. Oh, look at that! I can kind of type now with my stroke hand. Let's see. Nomic. I don't see it here. So, so guys, like when I don't see these coins like this, like okay, where can I find this Nomic coin? This really troubles me, cause like in this market when everything's bare like this, I I don't know that I would put money in Guap coin or any of these ENUs at this time when I could go put money in stuff like I was just telling y'all, like Matic and Cardano and all of these kind of top 50s that are almost easy wins. Like, we know that these boys are going to get, the next time Bitcoin halves, we know they're going up. But we're almost betting on a dream's dream when we're going on like these e-news, these like really unknown e-news. Like we're really putting our money at risk. And if we're the biggest thing that we can do with our money is protect our investment. So like how can you even protect your investment when you put your money in these e-news? You have no idea like what like like I was saying, like we know Cardano has so many things behind it. We know that the same thing with all of the rest of these that I just said, like LCX and Steam Exchange and all of that. Like you got to be really like, and especially if you're like only working with like I don't know any of you guys' situation, but I'm just saying like especially if you're like you got to protect your investment if you're working with if you're trying to build your portfolio up. The biggest thing you can do is protect your investment, and going with these coins that are really like no named, it's not it's not good for protecting your investment. Let me see. Trying to say that in the nicest way possible and not sound like really bougie, but you gotta protect your investment, y'all. Galaxy. Okay, it's untracked here. Let's go see if we can find it on CoinGecko. Just because it's untracked here doesn't mean it's not a good coin. It's like I was in Jewel before they tracked it and made a lot of money off of that. Um, on Harmony Chain, CoinGecko, and see that's another thing, guys. Like how we just went with Guapcoin and we went and saw like you really want to check and see how many like Twitter followers they have. Like not that that means that this because it has almost no Twitter followers means it's a bad coin, but it does kind of say something, right? Like I go to Cardano and I know they have like over 100,000 something followers. I know that there's a lot of liquidity in that coin. I know that there's a big community behind it. You know what I mean? So I know that I know that my investment is pretty much protected. I don't know. So like there's a million followers here. So I know a lot of people are going to be buying this coin, but what what the coin we just listed, like we don't know at all. With the guap coin. And I'm not trying to down them. I really hope that they do that because we would it would be awesome to have something like that in the black community. But just as of right now, okay, I know nothing about this coin, but the fact that it's at 50 cents, that gives me some hope. Is it a play to earn game? They're not really saying anything about it. Let me see if I can find a website. Well, see, let's do that Twitter thing that we were talking about first. See how many followers they have. Sometimes you gotta investigate it and see if they're like fake followers or not. And usually you can know that by like how many people you know are following it. Okay, so is this like a black social marketing thing? So how many people I know are following it? H bar is following it. Another guy I know is following it. Swift blockchain is following it. Okay, so there's some decent amount of people I know following it, even though it's only at like a little under 10,000 followers. Looks like it's trying to be like a clubhouse kind of deal, right? I had to do some more research into this, but so far it seems like something that might have potential. So far it seems like that, but to tell you the truth, I'm not knowing anything yet, but it seems like it has potential right now. Okay, so oh, it's almost brand new. Okay, May, since May. Let's see. Oh, can we go further out? Okay, yep, since May. So, and this is a tough time to bring out a coin too. It's only on BitTrue. Man, I don't know. I would just monitor it because, like I said, like for 50 some cents, you can go get some Cardano or something else like that. But from what I saw, just like sight unseen, looking at it for 3 minutes, it seems like it has some potential. Some people I know are following it, and H bar is following it. That's like real cool. Um, so it does seem like it has potential. It has potential. So almost 10K followers. See, and it's only been around since May. That's pretty good, to be honest. So yeah, that definitely does seem like it has potential, but I'd be monitoring that because it seems like it almost seems like to me you can get it cheaper than this. Like this is kind of just like the first hype type of play, and it's already on the kind of the downturn. I'm thinking you can get it. I'm thinking you can get it cheaper than this. So just be on the watch on it. Just be on the watch. Let's see. EV most. Okay. We'll look at that one, and that'll be our last one for the day. And I'll try to be like more prepared next time. I don't know what happened, why the internet was moving so slowly. I really don't know, but what I can do is just like reset my computer before we start, and hopefully that'll do the trick. So yeah, we'll be back back here Saturday at 9 a.m. and I'll do some questions at the end, like 15 minutes, like I always do. So if you guys have any questions, you can come by and do that. And if I'm feeling really good, I might do a live stream on my channel. I can't today. Okay, so let's see how long they've been around. Okay, another one since May. Let's try to see what they do. They don't say here. Let's see if we can go on their Twitter and what stuff they have set up. Only a Discord, it seems like. Is that a Twitter? A Telegram. So we can never know all of these members with the Telegram. We can never know. So that I'm just going to straight up ignore. You can never know with that Telegram. With a Telegram or a Discord. So that right way, that's like, I don't know. Bringing the world Ethereum based application assets to the intro. Oh, to Cosmos. Okay. All right. What type of partners do they have? Okay, they do have a Twitter. They need to put that on their whatchamacallit site. 103K. That's cool. The Ethereum Virtual Machine Hub on Cosmos. Okay. And have like a good amount of my followers or people that I follow are following them. Swift blockchain is following them. Your Giro wallet, which is a Cardano wallet, is following them. So try to get a whole bunch of like really good people that you guys like. Like definitely add me at Blackrue. Generate crypto. You know, see who you know are following them. So far, Swift, Sif Chain, Giro Wallet. So decent little amount of followers here. There's a whole bunch of these EVMs out here that are floating around. I wish I knew more about, like, I wish it would tell me who its partners are. Community. Okay, they have a YouTube too. We'll check that out. Okay. I would investigate this one. I'm not sure. I'm willing to bet you can get it lower than this as well. Um, Only thing is, I know some Cosmos EVMs already that are doing pretty well, like Aurora. But one thing you can do, Aurora. One thing you can do is check this site called DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama. It shows like the money that is locked up in DeFi's like this. You go to chains, and if it's on this list and it's kind of growing and the money is locked up on it, that's a really good sign. But let's see if we can find it. EVMOS. Oh, we found it. Okay. So this is a good thing that's on here and it's on the list. So it's new, and I would monitor this site to see. And this is all like the DeFi kind of dexes that are on there. See, dexes, yield aggregator, lending. So it already has all these things in place. That makes me happy to see. So I think it already, yeah, I think it has a bright future. Especially you see it on here. You see that it already has all these dexes and aggregators. Like just for a comparison, and I like to do this. I like to look at stuff and like use precedent. Just as a comparison, we could look at Aurora and where it came from, since it's on that same chain anyway. So you see, 200 and something 60 million, but of course this has been around for longer. So so look at kind of its rise all the way up to like 100 and some billion, right? And it has like tons of things on it, but they're both in different places. But it's good to see that they got that much stuff in place already. I think it'd be something good to monitor, but as you can see, even with Aurora, like this boy got pumped and kind of dumped. But of course, everything dumped at this point in time. But it's just something that you'd be good to kind of monitor to see. And if I were you, I would say I would set something at like maybe like, okay, if it gets to like 50 million locked, I'm gonna buy into it. You can do the stuff like that. So like, say okay, 50 million in, then I'm getting in. But just make sure you monitor it, and I'm just using that as a level. 50 million doesn't have to be your level. You could say, okay, I'm getting in at 25 million. When it gets to 25 million, which would eclipse its last high, which was 15 million. If it gets to 25 million, I'm investing some. So kind of like that. But thanks for putting this on my radar. I'll add it to my watch list too. It seems promising. Both of those ones, the Galaxy and this one, those seem promising. Only chain. Gala, nah. Play to earn games, they have a lot of stuff to prove. I'd rather get LCX than Gala at this point, Courtney Johnson. Just like I said before with these play to earn games, if you're in like Vietnam or Taiwan, and I'm not pointing them out, I'm not Asian hating. I use Vietnam because a lot of projects do come out of Vietnam. Um, the price of the American dollar goes a long way there. So when they get into it and they buy like these play to earn games, it really drives the price down. So I mean, I think Gala has a bright future, but it's not brighter than LCX's. It's not brighter than Constellations. I think play to earn games have some things to fix before they can, and that's one of the things they have to fix. They have to fix other countries getting into these games and being able to do a lot more with a dollar than an American can. So like I can't really play if I'm only gonna get like $2 a day. That's not enough for me. Like maybe my child can, but I can't. So uh, the play to earn games have a lot to fix before they can say something like that. Um, so yeah, and and let me just look. I'll look at Omni-Chain right quick, and then I'll go because King's probably gonna be pissed, man. We're up here at an hour and 30 minutes. Sorry, King. I had to make up for that time, bro. I'm sorry. Omni chain. Okay, I don't see it on here. So I'll try to get that for next time. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Definitely come over to the channel, darkhorsewatcher.com, and like and subscribe, leave comments on videos, and maybe we can just do like, I don't know, like come over to the channel and just do an open Q&A one day or something like that. That's something you like to see, leave it on one of my videos or come over here to my Twitter and leave it as a comment for me. Maybe I can just have an open AMA and you guys just shoot different things to me, and I can look at them, and we can kind of like, you guys can kind of get game on how to, how to go through different coins and look at them and like develop a little strategy like I just showed you guys, like how many Twitter followers do